Hi, I'm Jordan, and in this video, I'll be talking about movement and how it affected medieval African society.
What do you mean by movement?
Movement is one of the themes of geography. It's how people, goods, and ideas move and are exchanged through trade and migration, and it affected medieval Africa in many ways. These included the rise of wealthy trade societies, the introduction of new ideas, culture, and technology, and the diverse culture of Africa today.
Cool. Can you tell me about the effects of trade?
Yes, I can. Some major impacts of trade on African civilization were the introduction of new ideas and culture, as well as the establishment of many kingdoms. Those kingdoms included Axum, Ghana, Mali, and Songhai, whose great societies were built from the wealth and influence of trade. Axum was a Christian kingdom spreading from the Red Sea to the present-day Ethiopian highlands. Its main cities were located on trade routes that allowed them to trade with other countries, as well as the west of Africa. This made Axum very wealthy and powerful because they controlled trade in that region. Another result of the trade was when Christianity was brought to Axum by Christian merchants. The king of Axum and his people converted to Christianity, which also created ties with other Christian societies. Even after the kingdom weakened, its culture and religion did not, leaving a legacy that lasts today.
Wow, that's really important, Jordan. What about the other kingdoms like Ghana or Mali?
Well, Ghana, Mali, and Songhai were all kingdoms that, like Axum, were built on trade. Their territories were mostly in the same area, near the west coast of Africa and in between the Senegal and Niger rivers. Ghana was a collection of farming villages united by a group of rulers. Ghana was able to control the gold and salt trade due to its location between two trade routes, making it very wealthy. Ghana was influenced by Muslim traders and their ideas, and eventually converted to Islam, creating ties with other Islamic nations. After Ghana's collapse, the Kingdom of Mali was founded. Powerful cities like Timbuktu were founded at junctures of trade routes and were made wealthy from the rush of trade. Mali was converted to Islam by its emperor Mansa Musa, whose pilgrimage to Mecca increased Mali's importance and wealth. When Mali declined, it was replaced with the emerging city Songhai. Songhai controlled many trade routes and prosperous trading cities. Like Ghana and Mali, Songhai was converted to Islam by its second emperor, Askia Muhammad. As a result, it developed new bonds with other Islamic countries and prospered with the wealth of trade, much like Ghana and Mali.
So, all those amazing kingdoms wouldn't have happened without trade?
No, they couldn't have become great. It was because of all the trade and exchange that went on that resulted in both wealth and new ideas.
What about migration?
Migration also influenced medieval African society. Archaeology shows that early people lived in the Great Rift Valley of East Africa. Populations were forced to migrate when fertile land turned into desert, or due to push and pull factors. Push factors are things like drought, sickness, and war, things that drive people away from areas, and pull factors are the opposite, things that make people want to stay somewhere, like fair rulers, natural resources, and peace.
So, what was the result of all that moving around?
Diversity. When these moving populations mixed and moved, they created many different cultures, just like the ones today. Many of the diverse cultures in West Africa share a common root language, Bantu, but changed into an array of different languages because of migration and exchange.
Wow, those migrations really had an impact on medieval Africa. They made Africa as diverse as it is today. And all that trade was the major reason that Axum, Ghana, Mali, and Songhai managed to grow and thrive.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
To see the conclusion of our sequence of videos on the ways that geography influenced medieval Africa, click on the conclusion link. If you want to go back to the introduction of medieval Africa, click Medieval Africa Introduction. Or to go to the beginning of this video series, click Introduction.